What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? Welcome back to Moxy Approved. Man, I tell you, you would think in an HBCU college that our black students there are safe. But nah, look at a clip of this event.
Because that's ridiculous.
Yes, that really
For
is.
letting this shit happen. She sit here and say she loves black people and stuff, but you let this happen to her? Come on now.
No, you.
I swear to God, I hate you. I swear to God, I hate you, bro. You're the worst teacher ever. You get me taken out of here because you don't want to.
I'm asking everybody to
I want to
calm
down.
down.
You started
Calm
yelling
down,
at me. You tried to
everyone,
hear me on my paper. You're a terrible teacher.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Don't cry. Please don't cry.
She sit here and say she loves black people and stuff.
You do. You
hate me.
You yelled at her first, but
You yelled at me first. You hear everybody in the class talking. Look at my grades. Look at my GPA. I graduated valedictorian. I'm not no dumb. I'm not stupid, Dr. V.
If anybody thought I was yelling, I was not. I was speaking over the. You weren't yelling.
Don't need to push me.
I'm sorry.
You did not apologize. You're the worst teacher I've ever had in my life. I swear to God.
Oh, you had to, if she was going to apologize.
As you can see, you have a valedictorian being escorted by some campus police out of Winston, Salem, North Carolina, which is a HBCU school. Now, doing some research, it comes to find out all of this is over a shouting match over an assignment, right? But the teacher goes as far to get this person arrested, and it's probably going to be on her record. But we can assume one way or another. I would like to hear from the student on what her side of the story is, which I'm about to play right now. Please do me a favor, hit that like button and apply pressure to that subscribe button. Apply pressure to that subscribe button.
Hey guys. No, they're definitely getting a lawsuit. I'm not worried. District Attorney kid over here, like, come on now. What's going on? I'm about to tell y'all. I'm glad I'm home too. I'm so glad. Y'all, like, bro, I'm in pain. I'm telling you, my titty piercings was on this fucking thing on the table. I'm screaming. It was hurting so bad, y'all. Live is definitely jumping. Okay, I'm ready to tell. It's enough people in here. So, we're gonna start off with yesterday. So if you don't know, if you haven't seen my story right now, I'm talking about how I was arrested and taken out of class for not apologizing to my professor on exam day. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with past stuff. Basically, I got something for her too. Let me stop reading y'all comments because I'm getting distracted. So basically, we had a group project assigned as a final, which is probably the dumbest thing, but I'm not here to critique her on her learning. We had a group final. We had to write a paper, and we had to also make up a skit for our group to present. It was 7 of us. I did most of writing the skit just because I wanted to. It was easy and it was fun for me. Well, I thought it was easy. I did the essay as well. She got back to me late, 6 hours before we had to present, actually, saying that my essay was completely wrong and I should revise it, all this shit. And I'm just like, I'm not going back and redoing this essay. That took me 2 weeks and you told me 6 hours before. I'm not redoing it. And I think I'm pretty okay for that. Ew, my camera is dirty. I think that wasn't a bad idea of not redoing it. I didn't feel any type of way. And I still came to the final to present with my group because that was what we were supposed to do. I did not say anything when I did come into the class because, like I said, I was already frustrated at the fact that she told me my whole essay was wrong. So I come into class and didn't say anything to her. She's talking. She's assigned us to our groups, and we're going to talk about what we're doing for the project before we actually have to do it. So I'm talking to my group members, and boom, the fire alarm goes off. So we're like, yes. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. We needed this. As we're getting up, the fire alarm is off. Like, this fire alarm is going on, and we're leaving the classroom. She's like, did you see my response? Like, did you see my comment, my email? I'm like, yeah, I saw it. Like, I didn't agree. I'm not going to redo my paper because I turned it in, and it was due yesterday at 12, and you told me just last night at, like, 12 a.m. that it's wrong, and I have to come present it. So we talked about that. And she was like, well, it is wrong and you should redo it because it's going to greatly impact your grade. Once again, said I did not care about that because I'm only here to present with my group so that my group does not get a 0 on this. Why I got hella views, go look at my story. So, boom, she starts getting loud. She starts yelling at me, telling me this is her class, so it doesn't matter what I think. I'm getting loud back. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I got loud back. I was raising my voice too. I'm like, Dr. V, like, you're yelling at me. I'm not going to redo it. I'm here to present with my group. Like, I'm here to get this done and get out. And she's like, you need to get out. Like, I want you to leave. And I'm like, leave? No, like, I'm here for my group project. Turn the comments off. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. You're asking me for a lot. What I do know is she told me to get out of the classroom, and I literally refused. I was like, I'm not going to leave. This is our final exam, and I didn't do anything wrong other than responding to what you said to me because I did not say anything to her. She's telling me to get out of the class. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. She's upset at this point. She leaves, and she's talking to another teacher in the hallway. At that point, I guess, is when they decided to call the police, campus police. Campus police comes, and it is a black officer at first. I'm not usually one to mention race, but I think it is a little bit necessary in this instance because I do go to a historically black college, and for this to happen to me and it be so provoked by people who are not of black descent, it hurts. So I feel like I do have to mention that. The black officer comes in. He asks me what's going on. I tell him everything. The class is telling him everything. As I'm telling my story, my professor comes back in. Yes, officer, I want her taken out. I'm like, whoa. He's like, whoa, I'm talking to her. I'm listening to her. So wait, we're talking. Another officer comes in, and he is a white officer. He comes in, and he's like, okay, so your options are you're going to get out of the class, or I'm going to have to take you out. I'm like, what? Like, take me out? Take me out how? So, yeah, like they said, it is important because the black officer, he's a very well-known officer on our campus. He's never given anybody any problems. He's actually pretty cool, and he was doing his best to not arrest me. He was trying to have a conversation, and the white officer came in and was like, yeah, you're either going to get out or I'm going to have to get you out. And I'm like, okay. At this point, I'm like, Dr. V, you're going to let them arrest me? And she's like, yes, Dr. V, Dr. Villagomez, Cynthia Villagomez. Yes, say that name in here so y'all know who we're emailing about because I'm sending emails. My class is sending emails. Friends are sending emails. If you want to send emails, send an email. If not, that's okay too. I'm not pressuring you. So the white officer comes in. He says that. I said that to Dr. V, and she's like, wait, hold on. She's trying to fix herself. She's like, okay, either apologize or you need to leave. I said apologize. Now, the old me, I'm sure I would have apologized, but at that moment, I knew that I was not the one in the wrong. I didn't start the situation. I didn't escalate the situation. I knew I was not wrong. So I'm just like, okay, apologize for what? Apologize because you yelled at me and you dropped the F-bomb. Yes, I did drop the F-bomb and told you I'm not fucking stupid. That's what I told you. So I'm sorry the F-bomb hurt your feelings. So sorry, baby. We're grown. If that was worth an arrest, let me know. Let me know. According to my mom, it wasn't. But continuing, I said, Dr. V, are you going to apologize to me? I came in, I sat with my group. I didn't say anything to you. You decided to start yelling at me as soon as the fire alarm went off about my essay. So she was like, no, I'm not going to apologize. I'm like, what? So then I'm like, wait, well, tell me what I'm apologizing for. Tell me what I'm apologizing for. At that moment, I'm talking to the black officer. I'm talking to my professor. The white officer is like, yeah, go ahead and take her. You have to go get her. To the black officer. So the black officer is like, okay, turn around. I'm about to put these handcuffs on you. I said, because first off, I'm sorry. As far as I know, to be taken out with handcuffs, I have to be literally, in this instance, I have to be literally harming somebody. There's no reason. It could have been as simple as, okay, police coming to me, we're gonna take you out the class. What am I gonna do? Beat the police up? It should have been easy as that. Instead, he's coming over with handcuffs. I'm gonna put these handcuffs on you. Turn around. I say, am I being arrested? Now, this is where most of the recordings start, when the police are starting to, decide if they're going to arrest me or not. I say, am I being arrested? He says, yes. Okay, so you did not tell me I was being arrested, but you're putting me in handcuffs, and once I ask, you say yes. I say, what am I being arrested for? He says, for RDO. I don't know what RDO is. I'm not that in tune with the law. I don't care that much. So he says RDO. I keep that in the back of my mind. I'm like, okay, cool. That's when you guys see the officer, the white officer come in too, and he's putting his body weight. It does not take 2 police officers for me. I don't know if you can tell. Babes, I'm little. I'm 120 pounds. I'm 5'2", 5'3" on a good day. It does not take. Okay, resisting. RDO is resisting. It was nothing to resist at that point. When he told me he was arresting me and I said for what, and he says RDO, resisting would be me resisting. Bitch, I just said no. Anyways, so I'm seeing y'all comments too, by the way. I appreciate them, for real. So he's trying to handcuff me. He's putting the handcuffs on, and the white officer comes over. He's pushing, he's shoving. I'm sitting here crying and screaming. All honesty, I'm telling y'all, that came with like no thought. I must have blacked out, because once I watched those videos back, I was like, please tell me nobody posted me screaming and crying like this, and they did. So that was not an act, bitch. That was real. I'm screaming and crying. I'm like, you're hurting me. You're very big, sir. Like, your whole body is on my... This shit hurts, y'all. Don't get arrested because it hurts. So he puts the handcuffs on me. He's like, double cuff her. I'm like, double cuff? I'm like, this is good. Like, this hurts. And he's like, no, double lock it. So double locks. They're taking me out. This shit is hurting me so bad. As I'm leaving the room with the officers, my classmates are just going off on my teacher. They were going off on her the whole time. They're going off on my teacher, saying you're going to let her be taken out like this. Like, you're going to let this happen to her. She's the only one that talks, only one that participates, only one that, defends you. Boom. Because that's the student that I am. I'm always the one. If you're my close friends, I always say build relationships with these people because you're going to need it. I guess that's a relationship I should not have had. But, yeah, they're going to see. I just want y'all to know, the platforms that I have been given is a blessing. They're going to see. I'm going to make my account public. I'm going to post this. I want people to see. It will be on my TikTok, and I'm even thinking about putting it on my YouTube. All of my social medias are the same, so it's going to get out, y'all. I promise. Continuing, once the police officers took me out of the classroom, they had me in the little hallway. The white officer was just ready to take me to the car. I'm like, wait, pause, because he's pushing me down the stairs at this point. I'm like, pause. I was like, you're giving me anxiety. I need to sit here and take a minute. He's like, I'm going to give you a minute to take some deep breaths. I said, no, I want you to hear me out, because you came in, you didn't hear anything I said. You just was like, arrest her. So we're going to talk about it. I'm trying to talk. He's just saying what he has to say. There's other classmates around me, which you see in the video of me saying my Miranda rights were not read to me. I was not being told what I was being arrested for until I asked. I was not told I was being arrested. And once I asked, I was told I was being taken out for RDO. But initially, I was being taken out in handcuffs because I refused to apologize to my teacher. Period. That's the story. That's what it is. It's no more to it. Oh, because this and the third, RDO, the RDO did not know. None of that shit happened until I said that I was not apologizing to my professor.
Now, the funny thing is that you would think that women would have solidarity. I'm pretty sure if you ask that teacher, Villa Gomez or Rodriguez Hernandez, whatever the case may be, if you'd have asked her last week on her thoughts of feminism, she probably would have had some very powerful, strong statements. But you see, they really don't care. They don't really care about y'all black people. But this shouldn't be allowed on an HBCU class, college, okay? And it shows you that really nothing that is supposed to be in our control is in our control. And I pray that this young lady sues this school. I pray that they drop the charges. There's already some damage done. Whenever you're gonna Google this lady's name, this incident is gonna pop up. It's already viral by the time I'm posting this video. It's already done went viral. But I pray that some type of justice occurs, and I pray that all those students in her class find a way to get out of her class. Well, anyways, you know how we like to end our videos over here at Moxy Approved. With that water. I see y'all here next time on Moxy Approved.